Hello, and what's up? This is the Stack. Wait, no, it's not. This is Geek Thoughts.
Ski thoughts, yeah.
It's Geek Thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so used to doing this by myself.
He had to double check.
Yeah. Just testing you, just for your sake.
Mhm.
But I'm your host, and he is your host.
Yes.
And you may have picked up on a theme here. If you could show them.
I wear it on my sleeve.
Yes, like his heart.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
Does whatever Spider-Man does. But
Yes.
and as you see, he's also on my head, which means he's on my mind. And one thing that's on my mind, and one reason Spider-Man is on my mind and everyone's mind, is the inimical
Mhm.
and astoundingly refreshing
Mhm.
Superior Spider-Man. Totally new take on the character,
Mhm.
totally new take on the book. Dan Slott just going wherever he wants with it. It's one of the best that's out there right
Mhm.
now, and it got us thinking about Spider-Man's rogues.
Yeah, I mean, Dan Slott picked Dr. Octopus, obviously, to supplant Peter Parker in this brilliant master plan. And with that, Dan Slott's probably saying that if Dr. Octopus is not the most elite, he's among the elite of Spider-Man's foes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is probably spurred geek debates, the world over about who should be on that elite list. And
Yeah, nothing quite like this.
is Dr. Octopus deserving of being superior?
He's gonna prove it. He's gonna prove it, whatever way it takes. Even if he has to kill all the other villains, he's gonna prove it.
Yeah,
But I think the elite. Pretty much everyone, Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, Jack Kirby, anyone in the early days had a hand in.
Stanley and Steve Ditko
Through
created.
the 70s, except for maybe the Razorback.
Hmm.
Yeah, or the Armadillo. Which was it, the Armadillo or the Razorback? One of those two.
I just gotta create 6 foes for Spider-Man, then we have a Sinister Six, and then everything else will be gravy.
Mm-hmm. And then came the Sinister Syndicate, which was, not as many of the elites. Some of the ones who were now in the superior foes. This was actually the original Sinister Syndicate minus Shocker, but Boomerang and Speed Demon were in it. Beetle was in it, before he became Mach 1.
Yeah.
And, of course, villains came later on. Todd McFarlane found success with Venom.
Yeah.
And off of Venom came Carnage.
Mm-hmm.
And no one would argue the place of the symbiotes in Spider-Man lore.
No. I mean, the symbiotes are of prime importance.
Black costume, of course.
Yeah, here's what I found, guys. I mean, this is the ultimate growing up. This is actually what led to the
Darn
Venom's series of limited series in the early 90s and brought him to some prominence in Spider-Man's foes of, they can support their own books. I mean, Spider-Man is surely, a benchmark for that. Venom might be the ultimate foe. I mean, it's amazing how it comes full circle. I mean, Flash Thompson, you might say, was one of Spider-Man's original foes, bully at Midtown High, and now he's, Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Taking the example of the Amazing Spider-Man and becoming a hero, Cullen Bunn is a genius.
Mm-hmm. Rick Remender, with what Rick Remender
Oh
started.
yeah, definitely with what.
I'm really
Rick
enjoying
Remender
Flash. A legless Flash with a Venom symbiote. I'm actually enjoying.
Mhm.
It's another very well written book, and I've said as much numerous times on the stack.
Yeah.
I think we know the robustness of Spider-Man's rogues. I mean,
Carnage, it's a wonderful life. It's a wonderful life to be a symbiote.
yeah, wonderful villain.
Mhm.
And when they chose a villain to go up against Batman and the Joker with Spider-Man, who'd they choose?
Carnage.
Carnage.
Yeah, but I have to say the greatest Spider-Man villain of all time is.
Where is he?
Man Mountain Marco. The
No.
best, the greatest, the most
He
elite.
didn't.
I did.
One plate of burgers later, and he's taken down the your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah. Mhm.
Let's see.
Another good one.
Some more of the 90s. We're very much children of the 90s.
Facade, yeah. He was one of Spider-Man's greatest foes.
Yep.
He killed Lance Bannon. I
Yeah.
hate you.
That's how you know he's
I
badass.
hate you.
And it didn't even really matter at the end who Facade was. It just kind of...
No,
people
I
just
mean-
kind of forgotten that.
This guy named Bryce was romancing Betty Brant, and she had her suspicions, but wasn't able to prove it, and whatever. The clone was about to come back, so we don't care.
But, we've gone from, the Sinister Six to symbiotes to... armor,
Yeah, ooh, armor.
There's room for pretty much, speaking of armor.
Yeah, the new Enforcers, man. The Enforcers are some of the elite. They necessitated him having to make a badass armor.
which many still remember.
Oh yeah,
Obviously, because we still have that book.
oh man, come on, spider armor was awesome. You know,
Yeah, was it really made of hardened webbing, or was it just like steel and
no,
stuff?
it was. He explained in the story it was made of hardened webbing. Yeah.
And in that book as well, spoiler alert, come on, if you haven't read it in 20 years, there was also Rose, or Blood Rose, and the Rose is making another comeback in
Oh,
the Morbius book.
yeah. He is, yeah, Morbius, and he's, what's the city that Morbius is in?
Brownsville? Is
Brown,
it in
yeah,
Virginia,
Brownsville.
or it's in New York or somewhere?
Brownsville is in New York. Oh, slight deviation, dudes. Fire in the Sky.
Yes.
Travis Walton.
Creepy movie.
Great UFO movie, creepy
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. Remember, you still have to see Dark Skies.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Night Watch.
Night Watch.
Night Watch
The
was in
90s,
this.
yeah. The 90s was a heck of a time for heroes and for the Spider books. I mean, everything, it post McFarlane, everything seemed to be happening and coming
Okay,
out
guys,
at
yeah,
the
there's
same
Blood
time.
Rose. There's Blood Rose right there.
Yeah.
Aiming the rifle.
Richard Fisk, son of the
Aiming the
Kingpin.
rifle.
Son of the Kingpin, which,
Which, family dynamic. I mean, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I mean,
and it hits on a good point. Spider-Man villains get borrowed, get transferred all over the place.
Mhm.
Kingpin's a Daredevil villain, but he was a Spider-Man villain first.
Yeah, Punisher was a Spider-Man villain first. And now he's one of the most popular characters in Marvel, and he probably brought forth the grim and gritty era of comic books.
Iconic. And Deathlock, of course. I mean, he pretty much fought every Spider-Man villain, especially all at once in Maximum Carnage, and then they hung him from a side.
Yeah, early on Deathlock, Dwayne McDuffie had him fighting everybody. Hobgoblin was actually hired to go after Michael Collins. Yeah, rest his soul, Dwayne McDuffie. Hobgoblin was actually hired to go after Michael Collins' family by, what was it, Roxxon? Roxxon was the parent company, Genentech, the creators of the Deathlock armor. Or the Deathlock cyborg.
Mm-hmm. So that's where it comes from. It all comes together.
Yeah, we do need to do a show on Deathlock.
Yes, we will.
Okay. In this, Spider-Man, like first page right there. I mean, can you imagine Spider-Man's first rogue, aside from the Chameleon, was a burglar who probably delivered the most dastardly blow any villain would. He killed Uncle Ben,
And he was so good, they brought him back.
Yeah.
And, he died of fright because he realized that, oh my god, puny Peter Parker could kill me now because he's Spider-Man.
Yeah, even though he probably wouldn't. Ooh, Crusher Hogan.
Not a villain, but a notable piece of Spider-Man history and trivia.
Yeah. Check out the page.
Yeah, no, kids, I'm sorry, it wasn't Bonesaw McGraw.
Yeah.
Although
Bonesaw's ready.
God rest Randy Savage too.
Yeah.
This episode needs an in memoriam track.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so many people.
And now we have one. And let's see, dude. Did you bring it?
Did I bring it?
Yeah.
Did I bring it?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have brought it.
Just bring it.
Are you talking about the greatest fight of Spider-Man's life?
Yeah.
His greatest villain ever?
His greatest team up.
His greatest team up. His greatest battle. His most epic battle. Made him near death. He was remembering the people that mattered to him. His Aunt May. Uncle Ben.
His life flashed before his eyes.
Yes.
And he made web fluid toast.
Mm-hmm. He remembered Mr. Dinkle. Are you ready, peeps? Are you ready? Greatest battle, the greatest film Spider-Man has ever faced. Powdered Toast Man. The epic team-up with Ren and Stimpy. Or Powdered Toast Man.
Yep.
And, this is written by...
Of all people.
The legendary Dan Slott.
The superior Dan Slott.
The superior Dan Slott. 20 years ago, 1993, I remember this comic just... As a kid, just totally.
And Dan Slott can't be that old. I mean, he's been around a long. He's been around a long time, but
it blew my mind, guys.
It's extremely funny. I've read it more than once myself.
Yeah, blasted. I won't let it end this way. Too many people count on me. I can't let them down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even more than when Dr. Octopus had Spider-Man pinned under all that metal for 8 pages.
Dude, I gotta get a shot of Mr. Dinkle. Mr. Dinkle, whose phone number is 1 digit off from mine. I always remembered that. I always remembered you, Mr. Dinkle.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Always. And we mentioned Dan Slott, so we pretty much brought it full circle. And the question, okay, we've covered the robustness of Spidey's rogues. I think we've proven that. That has been proven axiomatically throughout the ages.
Green Goblin.
But who is superior?
Would it be Green Goblin?
Could it be Green Goblin?
Green Goblin. Green Goblin.
Yeah. Well, the Green Goblin kind of has a bit of a cult of personality, doesn't he?
Dude, that's like the Spider-Man villain equivalent of being rickrolled. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Yeah.
I'm a Green Goblin.
You go shopping for lingerie with your girl, and I'll pumpkin bomb the hell out of the place.
Yeah. I get you.
But you have the Goblin family, you have the symbiotes, and out of the Goblin came
the Vulture, Life Theft, man, one of the greatest.
Another of the Sinister Six.
Yeah, I mean, anyone
which
Sinister Six
brought back Chameleon and tried to bring him back to prominence, but then turned it back and gave it turned it back and gave it to the Green Goblin, who turned out was the mastermind behind the whole thing. And Green Goblin has had there have been many other villains and many pawns throughout the ages, that including Professor Miles Warren.
Yeah, the Jackal.
Mm-hmm.
He got to Spider-Man's heart too, calling Gwen Stacy. I mean, every fanboy loves Gwen Stacy.
Because he had a crush on Gwen Stacy. And he came back for Spider Island, too, when they thought they killed him after he had fallen from a rooftop.
Yeah.
At the end of Maximum Clonage.
Yeah, there was one story I had in here, Mary Jane backup. I mean, I remember Gwen. I mean, I could try to find it for you guys. It was very touching. I mean, in memoriam of Gwen Stacy and women that played her. Bryce Dallas Howard and
Emma Stone.
Well, Emma Stone, that's right, Emma Stone.
Emma Stone's way better.
They were both equally hot. I think it's a step sideways, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Although in the end, I think she's the one that bagged the spider. So in real life, so.
Yeah. Vulture, Craven, Hulk.
Craven and Hulk, Jason Aaron.
Hulk. Yeah.
That's a battle I didn't know. That's one battle I didn't know I wanted.
Shout out to my brother, our other brother, Mark Puny Banner.
At Puny
Banner on Twitter.
Huge Hulk fan.
Huge Hulk fan. Huge Spider-Man fan. It's one of his favorite stories.
Yeah, Professor and Doc Samson, and there was like a gamma virus that was
Doc Samson. We should do it. Well, Hulk doesn't really have a rogues gallery to speak of, but we could do a Hulk show.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the strength of the Hulk would be in the people that have taken him up and written him, from Peter David to Bruce Jones.
The greatest Hulk movie, the greatest Hulk villain that did the most dastardly disservice to Hulk, Ang Lee, and Nick Nolte.
Yeah. What you got against Nick Nolte?
No, nothing. I mean, he was just the father. I mean, he played it over the top. I mean,
yeah. Well, anyway,
I did like some things about that movie, but yeah.
We're on Spider-Man, and the breadth of the Spider-Man universe and his rogues. Mm-hmm. And we have a whole pile just down here in front of us of stuff, and there's really no end to it. And it's really coming at us with a vengeance.
Not ready for primetime players. Silver Samurai.
Yeah, Sinister Six got nothing on them.
One of our personal favorites. His brothers.
Yes.
Master of Vengeance.
Yes. Dan Slott, if you're out there, please
bring him back.
Bring him back.
Just fill your Green Goblin #1.
Which, if anything, proves the marketability of the Goblin, because they're able to turn him good, much in the same way they did Venom and Punisher, and he's able to support his own series.
And there was a time when Dr. Octopus was hot.
Yep. But then they brought back Otto, because he was killed by Kane.
Was she his daughter? I can't quite remember.
Do
you remember that?
Seward Trainer. She was Seward Trainer's
daughter.
Oh, Seward was the friend of Ben Reilly.
Yes.
Who was the Scarlet Spider.
Mm-hmm. But the original Scarlet Spider.
Another little blip on the Spider radar was the Clone Saga and the clones and the implications of that. We got Kane, we got the Jackal, the Goblin was tied up in it.
Power and responsibility, peeps. It either made Spider-Man better or ruined it.
Yeah.
You decide.
Judas Traveler. We had a very unique villain there for a while.
Yeah, it had a reverse cover. Spider-Man's getting out of the tank.
Oh, goop.
The goop.
I believe the Wachowskis probably had their eye on that cover when thinking of the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably one too many times.
I mean, yeah, the Jackal was so... he cloned everybody, man. Does anyone else remember Spider Side? If I had a comic here, I would put it up. I think I had Maximum cloned and stuff.
Oh, it's somewhere.
Yep.
Seriously, folks, we have a whole just strewn about. We have a bunch of back issues here that if you've ever had any idea if it existed, it's probably on the floor here somewhere.
Spider-Man, 101 Ways to End the Clone Saga. Does anyone else remember Solo?
Riding solo. I'm riding solo.
James, what was his name?
I don't remember. That was he, but he had his own.
James Bourne.
James Bourne. Yeah, he had his own limited series, not Evan Bourne.
I'm getting sidetracked here. Battletoads peeps, love it.
They're the best Spider-Man villains that never were.
Yeah. No way, Solo was cool. He could teleport. I mean, they put a chip in his
and
thing.
Like many other Spider-Man villains, they tried to spin him off and make something of him. They gave him his own limited series. Hey, show him that. Come on.
Oh yeah, you have to, guys. Rage in Cage.
Get the close up on the Mountie. Come on, the Mountie.
Where's the Mountie?
He's in the middle right
Here,
up there.
you can do it. You can do it.
Yes.
Go ahead. Go for it. Mountie.
Greatest Intercontinental Champion there ever was. Right there. The Mountie. Jacques Rougeau.
I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but I'm gonna beat a dead horse. Why did you have to kill Lance Bannon Facade? I will never forgive you. Ever.
Yeah, no. He was like the most integral Spider-Man character in history. History.
Mm-hmm.
Next to Ned Leeds.
Right. Yep. Next to Ned Leeds and Lefty Donovan.
Speaking of, Goblins also spun off other Goblins. You have, which was like a huge saga for going from the 80s on.
Life, Death, the final chapter.
Oh my God, my parents! But they're not my parents.
Yeah, they were shapeshifters with hammers for hands.
Yeah, and Green Goblin again, with like AIM technology or something.
Yeah, I mean it was the chameleon you thought it was at first, but yeah, Norman Osborn was able to finance that whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those things that it brought a lot of Spider-Man rogues to badassery. The Vulture, Chameleon. I mean Norman Osborn was already there.
Mm-hmm.
He was there when he teamed up with BJ Cosmos.
Yep.
Dudes, Tony Curtis could play Spider-Man. Fast forward, Tom Selleck could play Spider-Man.
And Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen.
Winning. Thwip.
Yeah, that
winning.
would be winning. Tom Selleck's mustache would play Spider-Man.
Yeah. As you can see, we really have no script or format for this. We could just keep on going.
Just freewheeling it.
Yeah, I think it's time to bring it home a little bit. Just maybe reel it in. What do we say? Who is ultimate? Like who is the best Spider-Man villain?
I think the person in charge, like Dan Slott's the premier Spider-Man custodian right now, and I think I would follow his lead and say Dr. Octopus would come up with such a diabolical scheme as to supplant Peter Parker in his life. I mean, Norman Osborn could have come up with that plan. He had the technology and the resources to do it, but Dr. Octopus is less vain than Green Goblin, Norman Osborn. Norman couldn't have stood being in Peter Parker's body. He would have had to just do it as Norman.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been a hero for one, and he probably would have killed everyone, and just left Peter guilty of murders he didn't commit under his own power.
Yeah, this show is dedicated to the greatest Spider-Man villains of all time, like the Spot, Gibbon,
the Kangaroo,
the
Legion of Losers,
the Legion of the Crookman. Paste Pop Pete. The Looter.
And his asteroid lover.
Mm-hmm. A Cold Steel. The hottie with the ice sword.
Yeah. Still Woman?
Would Still Man be more Daredevil?
Yeah.
I mean, Still Man is Daredevil's to laugh at and ridicule.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, the Master of Vengeance.
Yeah. If I can find a comic book again.
I think we already showed him that.
Well, we can show it again. I'm into beating dead horses.
Just don't kill a dead horse.
No.
No, because dead horse might kick you.
Pow! Master of Vengeance.
Whoopah!
And this was when dudes in Vision. Awesome.
Okay, you gotta show him though. At the bottom there, Venom the Mace. Did you see that?
Oh, Venom the Mace was the shit.
Yeah.
It was Carl Potts and
yeah. That was a character another Spider character they tried to
Oh yeah,
make something out of.
it was great. Mace had heads up display. He could turn everything invisible except for his glasses.
Yeah, tattoos. His
Yeah.
mace had like spikes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
When did he? Oh yeah, here he zapped him.
Yep. Okay, show
You know?
show him the big zap, and I think we should try and wrap it up.
Yeah. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Bazat.
He zapped him.
For blam.
Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man didn't want to take it anymore. This was
This damn
time where
pal.
his whole life was coming apart. I mean,
Yep.
he was doing things in this that Doctor Octopus is doing now.
Yeah.
He's the superior Spider-Man, but he's Doc Ock is definitely more violent. I mean, Spider-Man's not going to have a rogues gallery when he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Massacre.
Yeah. Imagine what he'll do to Shriek
Yeah,
for the whole shrieking thing. But
Alistair
damn it, you know,
Smythe.
I would let Shriek do whatever she wanted, especially if I was Doc Ock. Oh my god.
Oh man, I had the Maximum Clonage Alpha and some other stuff too that I wanted to bring out.
Yeah, which is relevant. You have Kane and Spider-Side, as we
Kraven,
mentioned. Kraven's Last Hunt, one of the greatest stories ever written.
Yeah, and what if Kraven the Hunter had killed Spider-Man? I wonder if Kraven could, like, Dan Slott could have made it work, but Kraven could have taken over his life like that.
Kraven probably would have even become even more of a hero, and he may have even had more of a code than Ock would have, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the code of the jungle is still a code.
It's a concrete jungle, the same rules apply.
Yeah, do the thing. Yeah, this was a classic just here, this old Amazing Spider-Man, the 30th anniversary issue and stuff like that.
Yeah, all those popular reflector covers in the 90s.
Yeah, but this was a tribute to one of Steve Ditko's panels when he was fighting Doc Ock at the time, ironically enough, and he had to get the serum to Aunt May, and he lifted the whole thing.
Yeah. I think Ditko drew it before they actually had any dialogue.
Yeah. And then, hey, maybe the Ultimate Arbiter, or the Ultimate Spider-Man villain is J. Jonah Jameson. Hey, how I created Spider-Man. He did. I mean, he labeled him a menace. This is something that even Dan Slott appreciates. I mean, if you read the new Superior Spider-Man, you're in my back pocket, Jonah.
Yeah, and now Ock is actually, Ock's getting revenge on Jameson for all those years. And it's like, I was right about you.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he was supporting him for killing Massacre and all that stuff and just kind of showing Jameson's hypocrisy. But it's finally, Ock is tying up all the loose ends. And he's making it, Dan Slott is making Doc Ock makes Spider-Man so much better, just as Slott is making the book so much better than it was when it began.
Yeah.
And, you know, you see a new face of Spider-Man, and I think you'll see a new...
Oh, there it is, guys.
Face of everything.
I remember when.
Yep.
Can I get it in?
All the big hair.
Can I get it in?
Yep. Some really great drawings there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean...
Yeah. I think we've taken up enough of their time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we...
Hopefully we've brought back some memories for you.
wax
We
poetic
are...
about Spider-Man's
Yeah.
rogues.
This is more, this is us as much reliving our childhoods as it is talking about Spider-Man's rogues for as much as we did that.
Yeah, I mean, we could even do one show dedicated to any one of Spider-Man's rogues. Shocker, Rhino, Mysterio.
Even Shocker.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, those have been our geek thoughts. What are yours? Comment below there for those of you who happen to be watching and have YouTube accounts. Follow us on Twitter, get at us on Twitter, and if you have any ideas for what you want to see on Geek Thoughts, let us know. Add us, comment, and next time we will do, what say you, Deathlock, Jonathan Frakes, Dynamite Comics. We have a lot of topics
we have
in store.
a lot of topics to go over, a lot of ground to cover, just a lot of things to geek out about. So
we hope you'll geek out with us.
Yeah.
So join us next time, and it might not be Spider-Man, but it rather the Spider you see on here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Someone who watches this is totally going to think that we're going to have a huge ass tarantula and just put it on the camera and
We should totally do that.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. For 5 seconds, 'cause
Okay, kids.
I can't stand spiders either.
Remember, don't run out of powdered toast.
Nope.
And peace.
Powdered Toast Man and Dan Slott. Take us out.